All right, so Bifrost. This is going to be a long one. I came up with this idea. I kind of woke up to it. I was doing a 3 day energy kick. Um, had some other ideas that I thought were really neat. And so I just was researching wave energy, wind energy, all this, watching YouTube video after YouTube video. Um, and I kind of woke up with a eureka moment. Um, Ended up writing a book, Art of Clarity, that kind of went down the rabbit hole that this all took me down. But so Bifrost would be a hydraulic energy transfer and storage system using a network of hydraulic pipes to transfer energy from energy farms like windmills, dams, solar, then to market using using the system as a large battery. As the power is generated, it can be stored into air pressure tanks. This tank will then release pressure into the line using hydraulic pumps. As the pressure is pushed into the line, it will cause the pressure to build up at the desired facility. This facility can then transfer this pressure into energy using a generator. The system would then draw the air back from the original facility. So you basically have your plumbing and then have your air intake over your plumbing. So it would kind of allow the system to pressurize more because the air would be pulling against the pipes or pushing against the pipes, basically. This system would then draw blah, blah, blah. This facility could then transfer power to the homes. And if houses were actually equipped with an air pressure tank, an air compressor, and they're attached to the network, the Bifrost, the pressure could then be shipped to the houses themselves or businesses using clean energy generators to power the homes. This could also be built into a more robust plumbing system. So what all could this do? So this system would allow the separation of energy turbines and generators. This would allow resources to be procured from harder to utilize spaces. The space utilization will also be more environmentally friendly. This could allow for areas that are uninhabitable to be used for energy generation / storage. So harnessing the natural reflectiveness of the ice into Antarctica with solar, which would reduce the space that would be needed to generate energy. So the Webway Bifrost, whatever, kind of like the Eldar or the Viking, however you want to go, can not only be integrated into the plumbing, but the entire system could be turned into a giant battery. Between the plumbing sending our water and the Webway basically being a more robust plumbing system, the entire system could be fitted to hold pressure. Pressure can be stored energy. When the generators are at max capacity during the day, because there's more green energy during the day, the pressure could be released into the line. So think about your heart, your circulatory system, your blood pressure spikes, right? So that blood pressure is now energy that is being stored through your entire network of veins and arteries and all that equally, right? So that would be the same with this. Your plumbing that we need anywhere humans are set up, right? You need plumbing. So if you have a more robust, sturdy plumbing system, that water could then be used to store energy. The whole system would be able to spread pressure out throughout the entire network, which could then, during the night when you need power, turn all that stored pressure back into energy. This would also do away with a lot of power lines, transformers, could be heavily phased out. A lot of the high voltage, so it would also help the environment. You wouldn't have as many dangerous areas for wildlife, birds, etc., flying over power lines. Because of the transfer of energy with a large enough Webway, energy will be able to be transferred around the world, meaning less storage will even be needed. While the sun up is on one side of the world, it could be powering the other side, allowing most of the green energy to be at its peak efficiency. Even being able to move air from wind farms to move our plumbing system, instead of using air to generate electricity, then sending it to an air compressor to change it back into electricity, back into air, the plumbing would already be hooked up to the airlines. So one of the things with the green energy is we use more plumbing during the day, but we use more energy at night. So if your plumbing is already hooked up to air lines, you're now being able to use some of your green energy to move your plumbing. Brownouts, power outages would become almost non-existent because of how the network of pipes would be set up globally. You're not looking at like the transformer blows. Now, obviously, with power generators in your house, that is another issue. So the system can also work with other vital systems, again, like plumbing. With the Webway already moving water already around the planet, it can be fitted with both a hydraulic pump and a release valve. Water can then be both transferred energy using hydraulics or transferred water by switching to a release valve. Turn your water on, it sends water through the line. Turn it off in your house, and it would be sending more power. Water towers could then become part of the system, so now your entire water tower is also a battery. Again, this would be great for new construction areas, especially in more third world countries that don't have the robust electrical systems that we already have. Again, being able to utilize areas that aren't inhabitable is to me one of the big ones.